What's going on, guys? This is Kyle from Legion Certified, and this is a review of the OnePlus 3T. Okay guys, so this review is going to be short, simple, and sweet. Let's jump right into it. The design of the OnePlus 3T is the actual same design as the OnePlus 3 that was released just a few months ago. It has this round body, the smooth metal underneath this nice leather dbrand skin with the rounded glass on the front, in this beautiful gunmetal gray color, and it's similar to Apple's Space Gray. Performance wise, we're rocking the 821 Snapdragon chip, 6GB of RAM, 3400 mAh battery, 1080p display. You've got a 128 gig model and a 64 GB model. So guys, one thing that I have to mention about the OnePlus 3T, it is similar to the S model for the iPhone. We all seen smartphones come out with different variations of the same models. Apple is probably the most prevalent to do so. I think the 3400 mAh battery in this particular model definitely helps out with battery life. I think the OnePlus 3 had a 3000 mAh battery, and I really want to give it up to OnePlus for fitting that extra 400 mAh in there. It really does help achieve those nice 5-hour screen on times that all the various YouTubers have been reporting. I myself am experiencing those 5-hour screen on times that everyone else is mentioning. And the actual best feature, I think, about this phone in general, both for the 3 and the 3T, is going to have to be dash charging. Dash charging is great. I mean, it's awesome. If you have a OnePlus and you have dash charging, you are ready to go at a moment's notice. I mean, you get off work, you go home, you're getting ready to go out for the night, 30 minutes on the charger, you almost got a full charge there, and you're ready to go for the rest of the night. I mean, dash charging is probably my favorite feature of the device. Second favorite feature, which is probably the number one feature for most consumers, is going to be that price point. Less than $500, you're getting some of the top specs on the market today, and in general, that pricing just crushes the competitors out there. I mean, of course, you have devices like the Moto G that are dealing in the lower end of that market, but to have a Snapdragon 821, 6GB of RAM, 1080p display, those features are found in flagship devices. And I really have to give it up to OnePlus for instituting those features at that price point. Don't get me wrong, over the past few years, being that I own the OnePlus 2, the OnePlus 3, and the OnePlus 3T, that price has steadily gone up, but I understand why. They're doing their marketing, they're doing customer service, they're trying to improve in all aspects, and that does cost extra revenue. So an incremental improvement that they made over the 3 model compared to the 3T is that the 3T has a 16 megapixel front-facing camera. So if you are really into those selfies, you are definitely going to love this camera. It's a beautiful camera. Selfies with this 16 megapixel sensor are awesome compared to the 8 of the last generation of device. As of the recording of this video, you are rocking Android 7.0 Nougat, which is Android's latest operating system, and it's running underneath the OnePlus's Oxygen OS skin running on top of it. I do have to say that this skin adds a lot of useful features that I wish were available in stock Android, and I understand that to me, to be honest with you, this device has features that the Nexus line, the Pixel line, should have had since its conception. Now, really quick, just to touch upon the Nexus and the Pixel, I think the appeal of purchasing a Nexus in the past was both price point and specifications. You were getting a device that's on the low end of the pricing scale, but still on the high end of the spec scale. And I think that was the major appeal for Nexus devices. Now that Google has decided to price the Pixel line after eliminating the Nexus line as a Apple competitor, Samsung Android competitor, you know, in these $800 smartphone market, it's just really difficult to want to purchase a Nexus device, especially considering that you can have a device like the 3T for such a fraction of the price. To be honest with you, for me in general, I considered purchasing a Pixel, but to be honest, when I saw the price tag, it just did not warrant my attention. From what I understand, the device performs well. The device is a great device to own, but I just can't justify paying $800 plus for this device when I have a device like the 3T that is going to offer me similar specifications and pretty much the same exact performance per se that you're going to get with the Pixel. You know, plus you'll have all of these subtle touches that OnePlus likes to add into that skin that they use on top of Android. Now, all in all, in comparison to the OnePlus 3, the OnePlus 3T is just an incremental update to the actual device. I mean, I think OnePlus had the idea of releasing the OnePlus 3 and then realizing that they can compete in that upper tier of the market, realizing that they decided to release the model with the Snapdragon 821, 6 gigabytes of RAM, so that they can compete in that market and justify a $40 price hike in the actual price of the device. When it comes down to it, the OnePlus 3T is definitely the best bang for your buck device out there, under $500. You can't go wrong with purchasing the device. Recently, they just released a matte black or midnight black, they call it, color, and you know, that color is amazing. I really love the matte feel, but you know, I already have one. So why purchase the same device over again? But maybe, you know, you are a fan of OnePlus's devices and you prefer that matte black look. Definitely go out there and pick that up. You know, it's a limited edition. If you can get your hands on it before they run out of stock, I definitely recommend picking one of those up. In conclusion, I really feel that the OnePlus 3T picked up right where the Nexus line left off, and I think that OnePlus saw the opportunity to capitalize on that, and they jumped on it. They decided that, yes, their fans are the loyal, true fans out there are the ones that are going to buy this device, even though there is a little bit of a price hike, but still understand that this device is for that kind of Nexus community, the tinkerers, the tech generation that loves to flash ROMs and, you know, have custom designs on their phones and really make it their own. And I think OnePlus saw that opportunity and they really took it to a whole nother level. They brought us a device that was both appealing and useful in every way. I mean, the camera, the processor, the speed, the actual battery life, the display, dash charging, these are all amazing features that, to be honest with you, I wish that other smartphones on the market would have. So in conclusion, I'd like to thank you guys for sitting through my OnePlus 3T review. This has been Kyle with Legion Certified, signing out.